Hello to all royal family admirers. Today, I invite you on an exciting sea journey together with the Danish royal couple. Do you know what has always fascinated me about the Danish monarchy? Their amazing ability to combine centuries-old traditions with the sincerity and warmth of ordinary people. After a private summer vacation, King Frederik and Queen Mary have returned to their official duties, beginning with the most romantic tradition of the Danish crown, a cruise on the royal yacht Dannebrog. In these August days, they sail from town to town, meeting with their subjects, and the royal vessel serves them as a true floating palace. And what is most intriguing, on the very first day of this cruise, so many wonderful and touching moments happened that you definitely have not heard about. From a hidden romantic glance between the spouses, to a funny scene of the queen with a wasp, and a moving story that connected 3 generations of the Danish monarchy, let us dive into this amazing sea story. When we think about royals, we usually imagine perfect official photographs, measured gestures, and flawless outfits. But sometimes we are given a rare chance to see what is usually hidden from the public: sincere emotions and true feelings. That is exactly the kind of moment the first day of the royal cruise of the year 2025 gave us. Of course, all the media covered the ceremonial arrival of Frederik and Mary in the port of Sæby, with an orchestra, a red carpet, and the traditional ninefold salute. But very few know what happened just a few minutes before that. The royal court shared on its official pages a photograph that instantly won the hearts of the Danes. It captured the moment when the king and queen were sailing in a small boat from the yacht Dannebrog to the shore. They sat close to each other and exchanged such a look, full of tenderness and understanding, that it seemed as if the whole world stopped existing for them in that instant. This shot, taken by court photographer Frederik Nellemann Linda, caught what is rarely seen: a quiet, deep connection between two people who, despite the crown and all obligations, remain first and foremost loving spouses. Such moments are true treasures for royal family admirers because they show the human side of monarchy. But what is especially interesting about this cruise is how Queen Mary knows how to tell stories through her clothing. For the first day of the journey, she chose an outfit that at first glance seems like simply an elegant set in a nautical style, a perfect choice for a sea cruise. However, in every detail of this look, there was a special meaning and a family story. The basis of the outfit was a dark blue midi skirt with a high waist and flared silhouette, which the queen combined with a white blouse with a stand-up collar. But the real star of the look was a sky blue tweed jacket with a rounded collar and 4 front pockets. And here is what is surprising: this jacket has its own travel history within the royal family. If you closely follow the fashion choices of Danish royals, you might have recognized this jacket, but not on Mary, rather on her younger daughter, Princess Josephine. In September 2022, when the princess was 11 years old, she wore this very jacket at a public event celebrating Queen Margrethe's Jubilee. We often see how mother and daughter enjoy sharing their wardrobe, which only emphasizes their close relationship. But the fashion connections do not end there. On the left side of Queen Mary's jacket shone a small yet very significant detail: a brooch in the shape of an anchor. This accessory not only perfectly matched the nautical theme of the day, but also carried deep symbolic meaning. The brooch belongs to Queen Margrethe II, who always wore it precisely during the summer cruises on Dannebrog. In this way, Mary paid tribute to her mother-in-law and underlined the continuity of Danish monarchical traditions. After the ceremonial reception in the port of Sæby, the royal couple went for a walk through the charming streets of this historic little town. And here, a funny episode took place, which made everyone present smile and showed that even queens face the same small annoyances as ordinary people. While speaking with townsfolk, a wasp approached Queen Mary. Noticing the insect, the queen quickly brushed it away and with a laugh said, "I must keep away from this one. last time something bad happened. As you may remember, the Queen had an unpleasant experience with such an insect quite recently. During the royal couple's arrival in Groston last month, a wasp crawled under Mary's dress and stung her. At that time, the Queen had to step away briefly to recover, so her caution toward the northern wasp was more than justified. This little episode shows that even royals are not protected from such everyday mishaps, and Mary's ability to treat these situations with humor only adds to her charm in the eyes of the public. The program of the visit to Saiby included a stop at a local glass-blowing workshop where the royal couple was met with a touching story that linked the past and the present of Danish monarchy. The owner of the workshop, Lena Bill, and her son Bertil prepared not just a demonstration of the art of glassmaking, but also a special request with a historical background. Bertil told the royal couple a story that happened 27 years ago in the year 1998 when Queen Margrethe visited the town. At that time, little Bertil was supposed to present the Queen with a glass flower, but because of the shyness of his grandmother, who hesitated to approach the monarch, the boy accidentally dropped and broke the precious gift. That childhood mishap apparently remained in his heart for many years. And now, almost 3 decades later, Bertil asked Frederik and Mary for a special favor: to deliver a new glass flower to Queen Margrethe, as if completing that long, unfinished gesture. "Oh, how sweet! She will be very happy," exclaimed Queen Mary. Touched by this story, however, mindful of the fragility of the glass gift, she did not dare to take it immediately. "They must not break again," remarked King Frederik with a smile, placing his hand on Bertil's shoulder, after which they all went inside the workshop to ensure the safe transfer of the gift. This little episode perfectly illustrates how the Danish monarchy maintains connection with its people across generations, and how attentive Frederik and Mary are to the personal stories of ordinary people. Watching the first day of Frederik and Mary's summer cruise, one cannot help but admire how skillfully they balance between loyalty to tradition and a modern approach to their role. They preserve age-old customs, such as the summer cruise, but fill them with new meaning, sincerity, openness, and attention to environmental issues. Queen Mary, with her ability to tell stories through fashion choices, symbolizes this balance between past and present. She wears clothes that hold family stories, and at the same time looks completely modern and relevant. Her ability to combine elegance with practicality, formality with warmth, makes her an example of a modern queen. In the coming days, King Frederik and Queen Mary will continue their journey around Denmark, visiting other towns and regions, meeting with residents, and learning about local traditions. And undoubtedly, each day will bring new interesting moments and stories that will bring the monarchy even closer to the people. Friends, that is how bright, warm, and moving the first day of the summer cruise of King Frederik and Queen Mary on board Dannebrog turned out to be. We saw not only official ceremonies, but also lively moments that make the Danish monarchy so close and beloved by the people. Thank you for going on this sea journey with me. If you enjoyed it, do not forget to give a like, subscribe to the channel, and share the video with your friends. So, which moment from the first day of the cruise seemed the most touching to you? The romantic glance of Frederik and Mary? The story with the glass flower? Or the funny wasp incident?